Hello, everyone. What a nice opportunity to be invited to speak to the World of Acumen, a long-standing and strategic partner of the IKEA Foundation. I wanted to share with you how climate change altered our priorities at the Foundation several years ago, and explain what climate change means for us in the work we do today. Our climate journey started in the lead up to COP21 in Paris back in 2014. We realized that if we were to truly address the issue of poverty and create opportunities for people living in vulnerable communities, we just had to look at climate change as one of the largest threats to all the progress that had been made so far. So we did just that. We helped start organizations such as We Mean Business and the Clean Air Fund, and we partnered up with many other ambitious organizations pushing for a decarbonized world. Right now, the pandemic has brought existing inequalities into sharp focus again. We all know that the pandemic is making inequalities even worse. So, no more than ever, we have a chance to do things better, a chance to get things right. And as if we needed more proof, the pandemic has also shown us the drastic impact fossil fuels are having on our environment, and how quickly the planet starts to show signs of recovery when we stop using them. But ensuring access to renewable energy for all is more than tackling climate change. Renewable energy, clean power, provides a lifeline for millions of people. It's a catalyst to ensure a bright, prosperous, and healthy future for generations to come. It can power our homes, schools, and hospitals without endangering the health of people or our planet. And it can be a catalyst in creating small enterprises, which can then be scaled and provide livelihoods for thousands of young people. So no, more than ever, we need to champion access to renewable energy, particularly for the most vulnerable and remote communities, so that no one is left behind. But we cannot do that alone, and that's why we support a wide range of partners working on renewable energy. We work with Acumen because we believe that local enterprises, the pioneers in the energy access sector, are critical in delivering energy access to communities that are currently left behind. Acumen is supporting these entrepreneurs with the right type of patient capital to grow. But perhaps more importantly, they also help them understand their customers better so they can serve them more efficiently. But Acumen does more than that. Acumen is using these learnings as well to inform the energy access world, to encourage the entire sector to move forward. Lastly, what I really like about Acumen is it's not shy to choose the more challenging road. When we look at energy for productive use, not consumptive use, such as lighting, we see change makers with promising solutions. But these solutions are often out of reach for people living in rural areas and in poverty. Acumen is investing in pioneering entrepreneurs that are determined to make these solutions available and affordable for the people that need them the most. And that's risky and requires courage. So I applaud Acumen for their bold approach. Early this year, before the pandemic, we met with a young man called Josephat in Kenya. Josephat is part of a program supported by Acumen in the Sidonge village close to the Ugandan border. When Josephat was a child, kerosene lamps were his community's only source of light. As they waited and waited and waited for the electricity grid to reach them. 9 years ago, Josephat came back from college to find things had changed. A mini-grid was installed in his village, and after his house was connected, Josephat became so passionate about the mini-grid that he started working for the company. And he's now their most successful manager. In the film you're about to see, Josephat will reveal to you what an extraordinary impact energy access had on his village, how it dramatically transformed the local economy and the children's educational performance. Things just got a lot better in a relatively short time. This gives me a lot of hope. So no, more than ever, we need to champion heroes like Josephat in our own communities. It's often the entrepreneurial spirit that can spark change in communities, ensure bright futures, and a livable planet. Thank you.
When I was a small kid, the only light you can use, you can get it from kerosene. You're tired, you know, scratching all over your eyes and everything, and the smoke that, You're inhaling it. When a community does not have access to power, we won't have developing in that area. You're living like in a very deplorable condition because you can't access power. When I was just in college, I just came back and I was just shocked. I saw, electricity poles erected around, and indeed, it lit up our community. So we saw like a transforming community because everybody is embracing the project. We have the video hall, we have the barber shop, and we have the general shop. We have the kiosk, which prepares for us tea. We have also built a library that's connected to the power. So exactly, it is really improved. I'm seeing the disposable income in people's pockets because of this small business, because they have extended hours of doing businesses.
We're at a pivotal moment where the cost of solar has gotten so dramatically low that low-income customers can now afford solar, and they actually don't need to wait for the grid to arrive in 80, 90, 100 years. Acumen provides early-stage capital to entrepreneurs who are tackling poverty through really pioneering solutions in social enterprise setting.
It's not just about providing lighting in households, because it's clear that we need to do a lot more work in investing in these communities, which is part of why we're moving along this path of empowering small businesses, where we'll see ultimately that all of their households will be picked up out of poverty and they can have a dignified life.
I'm very, extremely happy that Sidonge is marching forward in a good way. In my family, it has brought more good. My daughter will grow up in light.
The move to renewable energy as the predominant source of energy is absolutely critical to the bigger challenges we face as the world and climate change.
We want to end poverty while fighting climate change, and renewable energy is at the nexus. So a world with universal energy access is a world that's inclusive and it's planet-friendly. It's a world in which families are empowered to change their own lives and gives them a future.